What's going on, everybody? This is OVB, the DieCast news guy, and welcome everybody to the return of some more INDYCAR DieCast reviews. As you guys know, first of all, if you guys didn't saw my Indy 500 haul video, go ahead and check that out because it'll give you a nice little input of what is going to be expected coming in these next few months. Since you guys really appreciated my INDYCAR content that I gave you guys last month, and guess what, guys? We're gonna be rocking and rolling with more in 2021 releases, and this one is considered one of them. Considering we usually get Indy 500 winner every single year, and this one in particular came a lot more later than usual, but hey, better late than never, guys, especially since we had this thing called the pandemic last year, and but let me tell you what, guys, this is a really cool diecast, and I just encourage you guys to pick this up ASAP because it's selling fast. Today is going to be on your two-time Indianapolis 500 champion Takuma Sato and his 2020 PeopleReady.com Honda Indy 500 winner for Ray Hall Lenman Atlantic Racing. This is a really cool diecast I picked up at the IMS gift shops, and my goodness, guys, let me tell you what. There were two cars I noticed that were selling off at the IMS gift shops. This car and the Dale Earnhardt Jr. 2020 Indy car. Let me tell you what, guys. Get this thing while you can. I think my good buddy Racing 2011's already said this before, but the 500 diecast, they always sell. But this one has been selling like crazy because Takuma Sato and his fans from Japan, they go absolutely apeshit when he pulls off a big win like this. But anyways, let's go ahead and look at the packaging real quick, and then we'll get on to the diecast review. The Indy 500 packaging always looks spectacular. That's one thing I really like that Greenlight does. Oh my goodness, that's one thing I do not like to see in the background, the empty grandstands. Please, for the love of God, we are never going to ever see that again, hopefully, because that was just such a depressing time. And yeah, and another unknown fact that you guys probably don't want to know. Oh, there's even more right there. Yeah, the only Indy 500 that ran in August. But yeah, look at that. And then you see Takuma Sato did his signature pose right there. That's supposed to replicate also on the figure win, which good luck trying to find the figure win because those things are already sold out for the 118 scales. But anyways, we're already 2 minutes into this video. Let's go and kick off this diecast review and the official unboxing of the Takuma Sato 2020 Indy 500 diecast. And alrighty, guys, we got this beautiful looking diecast out of its box, and my goodness, guys, this is yet another variant scheme that, well, I guess you could say, well, yeah, it is a variant scheme, but, when it comes to Indy cars, we call them liveries, because, that's, how F1 says it too. So, this is another unique livery that we've never got in the 164 and the 118 scale before. And one thing I'm noticing right off the bat, guys, I'm absolutely loving this blue right here that is not only on the car, but also where the aero screen is. It's not very opaque as it really is because you see it's just plastic, but I really do like that tint right there. It kind of looks like a nice little coloring or a tint right there. I don't know. I mean, it looks like that's more than a sticker. It looks like they actually colored that piece on there. That's the case. So Greenlight definitely a good job with that. Really love how that blue is just a little it's not really transparent, but more like on the translucent side. But really nice job. Of course, we got the red Indy 500 Firestone tires as well. They've had that since 100th running, but. Yeah, Takuma Sato, man, he definitely, he had both him, it was mostly, if I had to describe, last year's Indy 500, we'll get on to, what happened in a second, because I know a lot of people want me to say what my thoughts was on the finish. I mean, this is a beautiful diecast, guys. Love this a lot. I mean, the Ray Hall Lenman Atlantic cards, guys. I mean, besides Graham Ray Hall's car, we didn't really got a Takuma Sato car, so I was really excited when he won this race because every time when we got when you win Indy 500, there's a lot of great things that happen, but you're guaranteed to get a diecast made. I mean, yeah, I don't think we have any licensing issues whatsoever when it comes to IndyCar diecast, except for that 1 year 2007 with the Dario car where they couldn't have, the Canadian club logos on there because, Greenlight was very strict with the alcohols. But luckily, they've turned that thing around, guys. But what a beautiful diecast, guys. I love the orange, love the blue. But, when we usually think of orange-blue, we think of Scott Dixon. But not in this case, guys. Scott Dixon was on his way to pretty much had a dominant car, and he was on his way to get his second 500, but... yeah, it was Takuma Sato, man. Takuma Sato made a nice late rate pass on Dixon, and yeah, it was mostly just the Dixon and Sato show. And coming down to 5 laps to go, I mean, and when pit stop cycling in, Sato got it done, and then 5 to go, we had that accident with Spencer Pigot hitting into the pit road entrance, which was just a very scary wreck. I mean, it looks like we were going to have red flag conditions, but they wanted to end the race under yellow because this is the Indy 500. And let me tell you what, guys, a lot of people, you know, had a lot of mixed feelings about that. To be honest with you guys, you know, if you had a problem with the 2018, not 2018, with last year's Indy 500, then you would probably have a problem with Tony Kanon's 2013 500, because that's exactly what just happened in that case as well. So, I mean, I don't know. In my opinion, guys, there's a reason why it's called Indy 500, and we've had many, many times we've had a finish a finish under the yellow. I mean, this is IndyCar, not NASCAR, people. All right, I know there's a lot of NASCAR-based fans that tune into this race and are like, "Oh, that finish was kind of lackluster." But you know what, man? When you're in the lead and that caution comes out when it's like the closing laps, I mean, you better get ecstatic, guys, because unless you run out of fuel or pull off a J.R. Hildebrand like in 2011, sorry, shots fired right there, you're pretty much guaranteed to win this race, all right? Or you can clutch and close like Alexander Rossi. But if I had to ever tell you guys that a guy like Takuma Sato would not only be an Indy 500 champion, but a two-time Indy 500 champion, I would think you're nuts. I mean, he has more than Rossi. He has more than Power. He has more than the GOAT, the current GOAT of IndyCar, Scott Dixon. It's pretty hard to believe, man. I mean, Takuma Sato really has turned his career around. I mean, he's always been a pretty consistent guy. I mean, I can't really say too much about that when he was in his F1 days. I don't think he really did jack shit, but my God, Takuma Sato, man. And I've met this guy many times. I think last time I met him was probably, I want to say when he drove for Foyt. I mean, I think I met him before when he drove for Lanigan or with Andretti, if I'm not mistaken. But he's always been a humble individual, guys. And, he might be one of those aggressive drivers that, as PT always says, he goes by his nickname, no attack, no chance. I mean, this guy's got some balls, but he has definitely turned things around in his career. I mean, after, almost trying to go for his first 500 in 2012, making that pass on Dario in turn one, yeah, that didn't go too well. He learned his lesson and, made that same move in 2017, went on the high side and passed Elio to get his first. And what do you know? He goes out and mostly does it again, guys, out in style and in dominant fashion. And this is just a cool livery, guys. I love this. I mean, we got PeopleReady. I'm not sure what PeopleReady is, but all these other sponsors might look familiar if you're a Sato fan, like Panasonic, lots of other, Japanese titled sponsors you see right there, because, Takuma Sato, man, he is quite big in Japan. So, and if you guys ever want some entertainment, look up an Indy 500 commentary in Japanese, especially last year's in 2017. I mean, those guys literally go fucking nuts, and I absolutely give them, brownie points for just the enthusiasm. I mean, heck, Japanese people, man, let me tell you what, they have some, I mean, they are quite colorful, let's just say, when it comes to the commentary booth. I mean, my goodness, a lot more than what, what we got with the Fox booth in NASCAR, so, oh, man. But this is cool, man. I really do love this livery a lot, guys. This is really nice. The blue, I think, is what really stands out. I mean, we do got, a little bit like, I don't know, like, some blemishes right here where you see the blue is kind of bleeding a little bit, especially right here where, it goes, where the side pod goes to the air flick. Look at that, guys. Just, oh, look at that. We got, the cup noodles. Get your noodles, man. Panasonic. Just really cool, man. I just love all the little details that this thing has. This is just a really nice looking diecast, guys. Is it better than his 2017 variant? Which, by the way, dun 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 dun, I had that son bitch too right there. Probably in terms of the livery, yes, but I picked up the race version, guys, and yes, they made race version Indy cars, so that's pretty cool. I'm able to get both of Sato's car. I still got to get Takuma Sato's Long Beach win, which, I had the opportunity to get at Gutswear many, many years ago. I don't know why I didn't got it. And, yeah, guys, I mean, Takuma Sato diecast, guys, even some of his early diecasts from what I've known, they're pretty hard to find. So all I can say is, if you're new to IndyCar and you see this at, one of the upcoming IndyCar tracks coming up, get it. Get it ASAP, because it is going to sell. It is going to absolutely sell. If you're not going to take it, then the Sato fans will. But now it's time to start the side-by-side comparison of this car, which will actually be showcasing the car that he ran 2 years ago, which he finished in the podium, which, by the way, I still got to do the podium set of this car. But here's the 2019 variant compared to the 2020, which I believe is actually a tribute scheme to one of Ray Hall Lanigan's early liveries, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I still got to review the podium set from 2019, but look at that, guys. Just, I don't know, looking at the Indy cars from 2019 now, man, they just look so different, because, I'm just so, especially, and look at that, guys, the LED scoring pylons, man, those things were, those things were definitely a bust when it comes to IndyCar, because, apparently those things were catching on fire. Look at that, Me Jack. which I heard is actually a personal sponsor of, Letterman Lanigan Racing. I believe this is also their second 500 win, if I am not mistaken, because, we also had Buddy Rice, which, by the way, I hate to be that guy to brag again, but I also got Buddy Rice's, autograph and his diecast as well from 2004. So, yeah, that is a really cool looking diecast. But, yeah, in terms of livery, guys, I must say, I would recommend getting both. I mean, you can only get this in the podium set, so I would recommend getting the podium set. And if you guys want me to review the 2019 podium set, I will do that. Also, we got the 2020 variant coming out as well. But yeah, you can pick this diecast up in the 1/18 scale for standard, and good luck trying to find the figure version, because that is only 500 made, probably sold out, or you can pay a ridiculous price from Japan. But yeah, I mean, just get this car. It's going to be a great investment down the road. And Takuma Sato, man, I mean, I wonder how many more, 500s this guy can pull off. I mean, it's still pretty hard to believe this guy is a multiple Indy 500 champion. But, is he going to be like an Elio? We'll just find out, guys. But anyways, guys, this has been OBB, the DieCast News Guy. Thank you for watching this DieCast review of the Takuma Sato 2020 PeopleReady.com. Indy 500 winner for Ray Hill Letterman Lanigan Racing. I don't know what that random pause was for. I just completely got everything scrambled in my brain. So whatever, though, this is a pretty lengthy video. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will be back with some more INDYCAR diecast reviews as we are getting close to reviewing even more 2021 INDYCAR diecast.